to my channel. So I've had a couple of people reach out to me regarding studying medicine in Italy, and they were a bit confused about the process. Okay, so because of that, I intended to make a video to actually guide you guys, regarding the process of studying medicine in Italy. I also have an ebook for that. Okay, so it's going to be available on all my platforms, my top made platform, and also that of my seller platform. Okay, so do check them out. So let's ask, why study medicine in Italy? Most international students choose Italy as their study abroad destination because their medical universities are highly ranked. Okay, they are affordable here in Italy. There's affordable tuition fees compared to other European countries, and then other countries, basically like Canada, USA. And then there are fully funded scholarships available in Italy. Also, that of the quality of education. You also be graduating with an internationally recognized degree. And then Italy has a unique and world-class education system. You don't only study, but then you gain from a rich history and culture, and then a stunning scenery. Okay, these are some of the reasons why you should consider Italy for your medical education. So let's talk about like a summary, the step-by-step medical school application process, like the timeline that you need to know about. So pre-enrollment plus IMAT registration, the timeline should be within April to June. The IMAT exams, September or October. The visa request, you should be doing that around November. And then there are two portals that you can actually use to search for universities that are offering medicine in Italy. You can either use study portals or that of Universe Italy. So please do take note of that. You can either use study portals, you just search medicine and then you put the location as Italy, and then it will bring out all the universities that are offering medicine in Italy. Okay. Or you can either go to Universe Italy and then put medicine there, and it's going to bring out all the universities offering medicine in English. Let's talk about the list of universities offering medicine in English in Italy. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about all the universities in Italy that are currently offering medicine in English, both private and public universities. So this is an all compiled list for you guys. So for the public universities, we have the University of Milano, University of Milan Bicocca, University of Pavia, University of Torino, Turin or Torino, University of Bologna, University of Rome Tor Vergata, La Sapienza University of Rome, University of Napoli Federico II or Naples Federico II, University of Napoli Luigi Vanvitelli, University of Messina, University of Bari Aldo Moro, and the University of Siena. And you can see here in Siena they offer dentistry. Let's talk about private universities. You guys listen. I'm talking about private universities because you need to know the options available. Yeah, let's talk about the private universities that are offering medicine in Italy. You can see Humanitas University is located in Milan. Cattolica University is located in Rome. Unicamillus is located in Rome. San Rafael University is located in Milan. Okay, so yes, let's look at the requirement to study medicine in Italy. So students applying should have completed 12 years of mandatory education. Please, if you don't have 12 years of mandatory education, you have to first of all apply for foundation year. Yes, that is what you have to do. So you choose any of the universities that are currently running foundation year programs in Italy, and then you apply for the foundation year. From there, you can apply for the medical program. Okay, so that is how it works. Universities that offer foundation year include that of University Tor Vergata, Sapienza. There are a couple of universities, so do check them out. Is that of passing the IMAT exams or that of the entrance exams? Okay, so it basically depends on which route you're going with. Most public universities prefer that of the IMAT exams, while private universities usually have entrance exams. Okay, then next is you need to have an internationally recognized language certificate, okay, at B2 level. Yeah, it just depends on which university you are applying to, and then the requirements of what you're going to ask of. Okay, and then a registration or pre-registration at your university of choice. So it all depends on the university that you're particularly going with and the route that they're specifically going to state for you to follow. Okay. Then pre-enrollment, you should know that pre-enrollment is a mandatory step for all non-EU students. Okay. Then the next step is that of obtaining a declaration of value for the certificates that you have. Then obtaining a study visa. Then basically enrolling within the deadline stated by your university after getting accepted. Okay. These are the requirements to study medicine in Italy, basically. For some universities, some of these things will be taken off. So it depends if you're going with a public university or a private university. Let's talk about the IMAT exams, okay? That is like something that so many students wanting to come and study in Italy had loads and loads and loads of questions about, okay? So that is the international medical, admissions test. And what you need to know is the IMAT score is the only determining factor for candidate selection, especially if you're going to a public university. If you're coming to study in a public university in Italy, know that the score, your IMAT score, is the only factor determining like you being accepted or not. And it's a pen and paper exam. It's not like a talk e where you choose talk at home and then maybe probably you write it in your home country. This you need to take the exam in a physical location. Okay, so there are different IMAT locations all around the world. The registration varies, okay, each and every year, and it costs for registration. So always check, University Italy. Always check your university site as well to be able to know of the updated prices. The IMAT registration, the IMAT registration must be done on University Italy, okay, and then you have to pay the examination fees. So let's talk about the minimum score for the IMAT. Each and every year, the minimum score established varies, okay? So the minimum score for the IMAT 2022 was that of 32.8 points. But then the highest score for the IMAT as at the year 2023 was that of 79 point 4 for the University of Bologna. Okay, so as of last year, IMA 2024 consisted of 60 multiple choice questions, okay, with 5 options each, okay, to be answered in 100 minutes. So these are divided into 4 of the questions of reading skills and general knowledge, 5 of logical reasoning and problem solving, 23 of biology, 15 of chemistry, and 13 of maths and physics. Okay, so this is basically the IMAT registration page on University Italy. Then let's talk about some of the IMAT test centers. Um, each and every year also the test centers are updated. Okay, some are taken off, some are added to the list, and all of that. So it varies. You can see there are centers around Canada, China, Cyprus, Germany. Here in Italy itself, there are several universities that offer that you can go and take the IMATs there. But then for those of us coming from Africa, basically you can either choose Cyprus or you can choose South Africa. Yeah, basically, or probably Turkey. Yeah, or you can choose to maybe you can choose to go to Pakistan or come to Italy and come and write it. So basically, it depends on where you're going to choose. So let's talk about the entrance exams at private universities. At the University of Carmelas, the admission test is entirely in English for the single cycle master's degree in medicine and surgery, and is divided into 2 parts, okay, written and an oral one. Okay, the written comprises of 51 questions, of which 17 are verbal reasoning, 17 are numerical reasoning, and 17 are abstract reasoning. Okay, With the oral interview, which also takes place in English and it takes place electronically, it tests the candidate's knowledge of general topics like general culture, notions of biology, chemistry, physics, and mathematics. The overall assessment of the oral exam ranges from a minimum of 0 to a maximum of 69 points. The final score of each candidate is the result of the sum of the scores obtained both during the written and that of the oral test. Okay, so for a maximum of 120 points. Okay, the registration fee, please, the registration fee varies each and every year. Okay, so that's what you should take note of. As of this year, they are stated a registration fee of 50 euros. So that's what you need to know of. Then the University of Católica, the exam consists of 65 questions and candidates are given 65 minutes. Okay. So the subjects always include biology, chemistry, physics, mathematics, general culture, psycho behavior. Okay. So like yeah, and a whole lot of other things. Then the examination fee is approximately around 160 euros, and then students are required to score at least 15 out of 65 points. Please take note the cost, the registration fee changes each and every year. So you have to consult the university's call for application to know the exact amount they are charging for this academic year. Then let's talk about humanitas. Okay, so their test consists of scientific thinking, which is that of 30 questions, and academic literacy, 30 questions as well. Okay, so basically 60 questions. And then the scientific thinking section consists of functional thinking, mathematical thinking, and visual thinking. In the exams, which is conducted in 2 batches, students are given 60 minutes in the scientific section, we constitute the first part, and then that of the academic literacy section, which is the second part, students are also given 60 minutes. The exam fee is approximately around 165 euros. Do check this year's score to know the exact amount for this academic year. Then the last private university is that of San Rafael University. It is possible to take these exams, which is held 1 or twice a year. Okay, in the exam, students are asked 100 multiple choice questions and are given 120 minutes. The threshold score in the exams, which includes 60 questions on verbal logic and 40 questions on numerical subject, is 35 out of 100 points. So minimum, you need to be coming out with 35 out of 100 points. Okay. Now let's talk about tuition fees to study medicine in Italy. Let's talk about public universities, okay? So at the University of Milan, the tuition fees are calculated in 2 installments, okay? The first is a fixed amount, which is that of 156, which is you paying the regional tax and that of the stamp and all of that, the marca di bollo and all of that. Then the second is based on the student's family ISA, okay? Let's go to the University of Tor Vergata. If you need an explanation of family ISA, please check my dedicated video on students' family ISA and how you need that to actually access affordable education in Italy. Then that of the University of Tor Vergata of Rome, their teaching fees is that of non-EU students who choose not to declare the family income. That is, if you choose not to declare your family income in compliance with the Italian regulation, then you have to pay the tuition fee at a flat rate, which is that of 2,500 euros. Okay. For non-EU students who choose to declare their income and pay a tuition fee based on it, with an amount that can vary from a minimum of 156 euros to the maximum taxation. Okay. Then the University of Milan di Colca, there as well, you pay 156 for the first installment, which is that of stamp duty plus the original tax. Then the second installment is also based on the family's ISA-OP, the student's family ISA-OP. At the University of Pavia, non-EU students residing abroad can choose to pay tuition fee according to either paying a flat rate, just like Tor Vergata, which is you having to pay from 400 to 4,500 euros per year. Okay, so if you do not submit your family's ISA WUPI, or if you do not submit your family's document, they need documents from you, from your local, whichever country you're coming from, to be able to calculate the ISA WUPI. You can only get the ISA WUPI here in Italy. It can only be generated for you here in Italy, but then they need some documents from you to be able to calculate that. Okay, so if you choose not to declare your family's income, then you're going to pay this flat rate of between 400 to 4,500 per year. If you choose to go with the second route of declaring your family's income, then you're going to pay the first fee of 156 euros, just like the others I've mentioned of the other universities. And then the second is going to be based on a variable fee, which is going to be calculated based on, your family's income. Okay, let's go to the University of Turin. The tuition fee in Turin, the tuition fees ranges from 156 to 2,800 euros per year, and it's all dependent on the student's financial situation. For the University of Bologna, the minimum fee to be paid to register for a degree program is 157.04 euros, while the maximum varies depending on the program and also that of the student's family income document. Okay. Then let's go to Sapienza University of Rome. For Sapienza, the tuition fee is 2,924 euros. That is for medicine. For the University of Napoli Federico, non-EU students, pay 140 euros year regional tax plus 16 euros stamp duty. Okay, so that's for the first installment, and then the remaining amount is calculated based on the student's family income. And then let's look at the University of Napoli Luigi Vanvitelli. The average tuition fee for the medical course at Napoli Luigi Vanvitelli is around 1,600 euros per year. Okay. Now let's take a look at the University of Messina. The fees in Messina are actually calculated based on the student's financial situation. So you can see this was the document for the calculation for that of last year. This year's guideline will come out. Okay, it's not yet out because the regional body that actually releases that has not released the document yet, the guideline for this academic year. So yeah, so the guideline given while applying for the regional scholarship is actually the same guideline that is used in calculating the ISA WUPI. So yeah, this is where the tuition fee ranges from. You can see it all depends on which region you're actually coming from. So if you do fall within the first category, second category, you can see the minimum amount that you have to pay, and then the maximum if you whichever category you fall in, and the tuition fee that you have to pay. So if you fall around the second category, then you're paying 100 euros to that of 200 euros. Now let us talk about tuition fees for studying medicine in private universities. So at the University of Carmelas, you can see the annual tuition fee to study medicine and surgery in the university is that of 21,000 euros. The fees are divided in installments. The first installment is 10,500 euros. Okay. The second installment is that of 5,250 euros. And the third installment is that of 5,250 euros. So the deadlines have also been stated on when it's needed for you to make this payment. And this is the guideline for this academic year. Okay. At the University of Cattolica, the university fees for studying medicine are set at a standard rate of 18,000 euros per year, payable in 5 installments. Okay, the first installment is that of 4,000 euros and is paid upon confirmation of admission. Then let's talk about Humanitas University. As you can see here, you can see the amount that is stated here, or you can see the first income. They also do their calculation based on the student's family income. Okay, so if you fall within the first income category, then you'll be paying 10,156 euros. If you fall within the second category, then you'll be paying 15,156. Third income category, then you'll be paying 9,156. And you can see the income that is stated here. Okay, if you are making less than 30,000 euros as a family, then you'll be paying 10,156 euros for your tuition. If you are making between 30,000 to 55,000 euros as a family, then you'll be paying 15,156 euros, and then the list goes on. Okay, let's talk about that of the University of San Rafael. First year, as you can see, the installments also include the regional tax. Okay, so you can see first year, this is the first installment, the second installment, third installment. So for first year, you are paying that of 20,140 euros. Second year, you are paying 20,140 euros. Third year, the same amount throughout. Okay, the teaching fees are paid in 3 installments, and the yearly cost is that of 20,140 euros. So that is what you should take note of. Now let's talk about the cost of living in these cities. Okay, so I mentioned a couple of universities to you, both public and also that of private, and I think it's best we also talk about the cost of living in these cities entirely, so it becomes like an entire thing that you guys need to know. Please don't forget you can get the PowerPoint available on my TopMate or that of my seller platform. So if you need video guide, you can check out my video guide on the cost of living in the various cities in Italy. But then Cattolica is based in Bolzano. So I take the university and where the university is located, and then I talk about the cost of living there. There are a couple of universities in Rome, a couple of universities in that of Milan as well. So we group all of them together. So for Bolzano, the cost of living, on the Bolzano campus. So yeah, basically that's what it is. Then universities in Rome, basically, if you're renting, like if you're a single person living in Rome, you can basically spend 846.7 euros. That is without rent. Okay, obviously, if you include rent, the amount is going to go up. Obviously, so up. It all depends on where you also find the room. The next is that of universities in Milan. So the universities in Rome, this is the amount you can look at without rent. And then for universities in Milan, as you guys know, Milan is 18.1% more expensive than Rome. Milan is one of the most expensive cities in Italy. Then the universities in South have cheaper cost of living. Do check this video out, okay, so that you'll be able to know about the universities in the South and the exact cost of living. Then that of the universities located in Siena, the cost of a shared room apartment in Siena ranges from 300 to 450 per month, okay. While a university room, you basically get it around 200 and 400 euros. Okay, it all depends. The average cost of living for students in Siena ranges around 1,000 to 1,500 euros. But then basically, it all depends on your kind of lifestyle as well. For some people, it can be as less as possible. Just like my friend Mildred, she spends like way, way, way less in Siena. So it all depends on you, your kind of lifestyle as well. Okay, let's talk about fully funded scholarships available in these universities. Please do take a look at my dedicated video on fully funded scholarships available in Italy, because students going to offer medicine also have access to the same scholarships as well. Okay, so first of all, if you're applying for medicine in any university, the first level of scholarship that you can get access to is that of the university scholarship. Okay, so if the university particularly has specific scholarships, you are going to get access to benefit from it. Secondly, the students can apply for the regional scholarships. Okay, so that students can apply for the regional scholarships, which if you're going to universities in the Lazio region, then that is universities located in Rome or in the Lazio region, then you'll be applying for Lazio Disco. If you're going to like University of Bologna or universities located in Emilia Romagna region, then you'll be going for that of the Ergo scholarship. If you are going to universities in the south, then you'll be going for the various universities. Then you'll be going for the various regional scholarships that are offered in the south of Italy. Okay, so basically that is the end of today's video. I hope you found value in it. If you did, please don't forget to like the video, share with someone who is coming to study in Italy and they are confused about the process. This is a well detailed video from the very beginning till the end, so do share it to help someone as well. Okay, so that is it for this video. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.